Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of y'all, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. In this part 2, just like it was in part 1, I'm going to tell y'all this straight away. In part 1, I was telling you what the deal is. In part 2, I'm going to tell you why it's like that. In part 1, I explained to you that the deal is pretty much that they're coming to us now, or coming to you guys now, because times are hard. And they're willing to come to you when they are nice looking and in shape and start showing signs of interest. When they're nice to look at and in shape, and they're willing to show signs of interest and act feminine. But what I'm saying to you is this: not only am I saying to you that it is not wise to take them up on this only now when the economy is even worse than what it was, after the economy's taken a secondary blow from the primary blow being COVID and the isolation and the job market loss, and people working minimum wage jobs finally wising up and saying, you ain't gonna just treat us any kind of way now. That's one thing. And that's good that people are starting to say this to a certain extent. I like that. But I also want y'all to understand this. You know their price, and you know they have a price. What about yours? The message that you are sending to them, if you do what I tell you, is that you also have a price. Your 4 P's, shout out to Crimson Cure, have a price. Your procreation, protection, provision, and problem solving have a price. Everything they want from you has a price. And that price is exactly for the work they don't want to give to you because they feel it's too good for you and beneath them. That price is their maturity and their youth. Now, intellectual maturity and chronological youth is their price. You would think, and many of them are going to say, but those two are mutually exclusive. For the nuck, they're not. You don't get to be immature just because you're 18. They take your inexperience with women as immaturity, and they're the reason you're not experienced with them when you're young. Most of you, when you're old for that matter. That's how they feel. Innocent, virginal girls in their teens look down on inexperienced guys. It's not like they're providing experience. And I'm not telling them to fornicate to provide experience. Just like I don't tell you gentlemen to fornicate. But what I do tell you gentlemen is this. Your price, just like their price, is always exactly what the hell you don't want to part with. What you don't want to give. And part of that is peace of mind. Your price needs to be their intellectual maturity and resilience and their chronological youth, if that's what you want. Now, I'm not into youth. I've never seen it come with intellectual maturity, to be honest, in an attractive woman. So I'm not even attracted to them when they're too young anymore. Matter of fact, I haven't been since I was young. But that's a psychological impact that I've had to sustain from the dating market through which I had to grow. But you understand what I'm saying, gentlemen? You are not required to sit there and deal with their immaturity just because they're young. You're not required to make that tough choice because they're looking at you and they're telling you that you got to make tough choices artificially. So you can look at them and say, well, you don't have to be immature and childish because you're young and fertile, so you're not going to be. And not only are these two things your price, but when times are normal, they need to bring these things to the table. Youth, if that's your thing. Fitness, femininity, friendliness, cooperation. When times are normal, you don't let them come waiting until times are hard to come to you, offering you a furthermucking thing they weren't offering before. One man said, I avoid non-sexual contact with B-dubs. Bruh, avoid sexual contact with WWs, Western women as a whole, because of how things are right now. It's not less dangerous than before, it's more. That drop in the price of punani does not mean it's safer to go and start dipping and dabbing in fornication. No, it means it's even more dangerous because they want more. That's what I want y'all to understand. I don't promote fornication, and you're going to see how it's dangerous. Chris Brown, anyone? He didn't get it for free. Now, he didn't lose a lawsuit because she had to withdraw, but understand, he didn't get it for free. Keep that in mind. Understand, you ain't that type. And half the time, when you got the stuff they say they want, you still ain't they type. Drake ain't Rihanna's type no matter what. Drake ain't Nicki Minaj's type no matter what. Who tried that mess with Drake? A regular Instagram model, because even Drake, that's what he can get. I'm telling you, don't accept fornication, because you got to fornicate hypogamously. That means that they don't have an incentive to lie to try to get more out of you. They don't have an incentive to fornicate with you. So you might as well not do that. No, make them commit. And not only that, have a male relative not only vet you, but have a male relative and corner him to tell the truth about her. And that's if you want to marry her, tell me the truth about her, the good and the bad. Don't hide nothing. You know, just like a male relative is going to put you on the spot. What are your intentions with my daughter? Bruh, my intentions are a commitment, a marriage, not in front of the state, but definitely a marriage. But now I got a tough question for you, dad, uncle, brother, potential in-law. Tell me the good and the bad about her. Hide nothing, especially the bad. Put them on the spot. See, when your intentions are not to fornicate in the first place, you get the confidence to say these things. And if that male relative is starting to act like you asking too much and you the man, yeah, exactly. You're further mucking right. If that made me as worthless as you want to act like it makes us, which means it would extend to you too, then in all honesty, it makes you worthless as well. That means you shouldn't be with anybody. And if you're a father, how the hell did you qualify for her mother if we're just so intrinsically worthless as men right off the bat? I'm not willing to be worthless. I do the work to avoid being worthless. And I'm going to ask you one more time, what are the good and the bad things about her that I need to know? Flip it on them. See, when your only goal is to fornicate, you ain't going to meet the male relatives if you can help it. But, you know, she's not, you got to understand and remember, they're not going for that. They don't want your little $40. And they're not going to settle for that. So raise the price, gentlemen. Don't raise the price you got to pay. They're going to do that anyway. Raise the price, gentlemen. Raise the price they're going to pay. Don't let them come to you now. When they come to you now, you send a message. And it's going to take all of you to do this. Send a message. The price for us is the exact same youth you spent sidestepping us. You had the right to do it if you know, for whoever actually was your type. But the price for us is you have to act like we are your type when you're young. And you can't be immature and childish either. Stop giving them ease in exchange for the difficulty, gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Black Heart, Black Mind, Blackout. Assalamu alaikum to black heterosexual non-select male power because they don't like it. And black patriarchy until extinction or judgment day.